had fiberglass in my shorts. Jesus.
Ow, ow.
We've been having a little bit of a, you know, fighting for ideas situation.
So you're losing the same space no matter which place you put it. I did put
No way! You know what, guys, we'll come back in about 10 minutes after arguing about this. Bye. I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We've spent the last 4 years sailing our $5,000 Craigslist boat to some of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. From spearfishing in South Andros, Bahamas, staying in a treehouse and riding horses through the rainforest of the Dominican Republic, to even dodging hurricanes in Puerto Rico. We could have never imagined what this adventure would become. After gaining more sailing experience, we knew we had to make some serious upgrades to our boat if we wanted to keep this journey going. So we decided to go all in with our 40-year-old boat and get a new engine. We soon realized that we were in for more projects than we originally planned on. There's gonna be some major changes coming up, so hit subscribe and join us for the journey. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. This week we are catching you back up from last week's video. We started doing the project that we were most worried about, that seems to be the most difficult, and I think we were right. We started doing our cabinets. We wanted a flat look that was easy, wipeable, modern, push magnet. So let's take a look at what we have made so far, and then we're going to jump in and do a few of the finishing touches on the middle work.
All right, so now that I have my doors cut out, fitted in, I'm really excited about that. Super happy because those long straight cuts was more or less what I was nervous about. But now that I'm mounting them in with the hinges, I had a specialized inset hinge, which is a little bit tougher than a normal hinge, obviously. So I have to cut out a hole for the inset part of the hinge. And I don't want to spend $200 to $300 on a specialty tool or a router to get the hole perfectly. So I'm kind of DIYing it, and I'm running into, it's not perfect and it takes quite a bit more time, but it's working out pretty well. And I think it's this is going to get covered anyway. So realistically, I could cut the whole notch out and just cover it, but I don't want to do that. I still want to leave as much material in there as I possibly can. So. All right, so first things first, I got to mark out in here where I can fit my hinges. Another thing that's difficult about this is getting around my chain plates. The reason I was nervous about this, not nervous about this project, but like I knew it was going to be a lot of work and a lot of like out of the box engineering, is because this is squeezing and fitting a round peg into a square hole, because the bulkheads are not square, and obviously they pitch and they move all over the place. It's not 100% square. So, and the chain plates are in the middle of the bulkhead and they're risen above. So in order to open the doors the way that I wanted to open them, I have to engage with these hinges and these chain plates, which throws me off a 1/4 inch, which when you're doing doors like this, a 1/4 inch is like, it's huge. You're into like millimeters when you're doing this stuff, and like 1/16 of an inch. But this stuff is making it quite a hurdle for me. So the best tool that I own that I could find to make this work is this drill bit that knocks all the wood out and makes the perfect size hole for the hinge, and then I use a saw to cut that out. I do this extra step of putting the screws in so that it holds all the wood together, because there's a good amount of vibration, and once you get down to that last little thin part of plywood, it can kind of move around and get a little bit misshapen. So this is my effort to try to keep everything as tight and contained as I can get it. When I'm using this, as I'm drilling through, I have to literally count the layers as I go through to make sure I don't go all the way through. See, that's one layer. All Alright guys, real quick I want to talk to you about this video's sponsor, Omaze. Omaze gives away one-of-a-kind prizes and experiences while also donating money to charities all over the world. Right now they're giving away an Airstream Interstate 24X. This thing is awesome. Not only does it have off-road capabilities, but it also has some really cool modern comforts, and it sleeps up to 6. So you can get the whole family out. You can get a bunch of your buddies to go with you, camping, surfing. You can go off-road. You're still going to have a nice place to eat, a nice place to hang out, a nice place to watch TV. It's like the best of both worlds.
And AC.
And you're going to have AC for the picky ones out there. You know me, I don't got AC, but it would be nice. The charity that they're working with right now is the Jimmy Johnson Foundation. Jimmy Johnson Foundation assists families and children all throughout the United States. The foundation currently focuses on funding K-12 public education. So for a chance to win the Airstream Interstate 24X and support an amazing charity, the Jimmy Johnson Foundation, go ahead and slide on over to omaze.com/SGBU. That's omaze.com/SGBU. Now, back to building our own dreams. All right, so now that we have our hole drilled in, now I'm going to use my hacksaw to cut that other little chunk out, and then I'm going to use a chisel to fine trim it. So you see how my drawer mounted on there?
It's a cabinet door.
Sorry guys, this has been
over.
the bane of our existence. We've said, I call them drawers, I don't know why.
He keeps calling the cabinet door a drawer.
I got brain damage, and I do call them drawers every 5 seconds, and she's like, are you talking about the drawers or the drawers? Believe me, I've almost been murdered on multiple occasions. But, back to the point, the door here. As you can see, it's about, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch too far this way. But never fear, I don't have to get to chopping on my door, hopefully, because you can make a lot of adjustments with these hinges. They have 3 adjustment screws, which really let you fine tune it to help it fit in there. So I guess these hinges were made for me. Maybe they're dummy hinges, so that if your carpentry ain't 1000%, you can still make it up on the back end. So this one puts the whole door in and out. This one slides the door back and forth long ways, and this one takes the whole drawer up and down.
It's not a drawer, it's a cabinet.
Dang, door, cabinet door, I'm telling you.
Alright, let's see if your adjustments worked.
Okay. As you can see, it looks good when it's closed and it opens and closes nicely. It's really tight here, and that's the only reason it caught on the doors. The doors touch when I go to close them. And the reason that I have it that tight still is because I'm not sure exactly what finish we're going to use on this. We basically have it down to a wood veneer, which has a different thickness. Marine vinyl has a different thickness, or like an acrylic, something like that would have a different thickness as well. So I don't want to cut it for one certain product and then have to deal with adjusting that later. I'm going to leave as much wood on these cabinets as I can, and then I can slowly trim it out as I need to make room for whatever finish we end up using.
Now that we got our hinges on, we were looking into latches and we decided to get some magnetic closures. Now, we believe this is going to be a little bit of a trial or error because obviously they'll magnetically shut and we'll be able to push them and we won't have hardware, so they'd be easy to clean, but we are worried about when we go sailing, is it going to be strong enough to keep the doors shut? That's obviously annoying when you go sailing. The boat's heeling over and all your cabinets are flapping out and stuff is flying out. So we're going to be putting some of these on, and we're still figuring out if we want to put them on the bottom or the top or maybe both. And obviously on this one, there's no wood bracket in the middle, so you could on the other ones put it on the side. But let's put these on over here and let's just see how they go.
Alright, so I got my door jamb thinger in there, my magnetized pusher outer. I don't know exactly what it's called, but now if I go here, even with just my little pinky finger, put a little pressure on it, and it pops right out. Open it up, close it. Oh, it don't close all the way. Oh, wait. Push it in. Perfection.
Nice job.
Captain Carpentry here.
Alright, so obviously they're not done yet. There's a lot of more work to put in it, but for what we got now, I'm feeling pretty good about it. This is our first time, or I guess your first time. I didn't really do any of this cabinet work. This is your first time doing cabinets, and you're doing boat cabinets. So this is pretty much an expert level project. There's going to be a lot more finagling, and obviously we're going to have to cover them, but we'll show you guys the covering in a future video. We're going to get to that later.
Yeah, that's coming later. We're just doing the rough framing at this point, getting the rough up. It may look like your granddaddy's shed at this point. Don't worry about that. What we're going to get a blank canvas that's going to be ready for all the accoutrements, all the pretty stuff that...
Yeah, trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. So, unfortunately, we're not done with work for today. We have another project we got to get into.
So the next project I have to get into today is a big one. It's one I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's going to take quite a bit of demo to do it. So I got to get into it now before I get things looking too pretty with them doors. Cabinets. Doors. Sorry, I don't know what the heck they're called. But I'm going to do a soft install with my water maker because, as we've seen in the past, I have to lug it in and out. I always bang it into things. I don't want to scratch up my interior doing that once I have the interior looking nice. So I'm going to load it up out here where my old starter battery used to be because that's getting moved as well. So I have a space that's not being used, and I think I can plug my water maker into there. Alright, so got all the junk out of there. Forgot I had a lot of cool stuff, but I think half of it's going in the dumpster. And,
what? Is it cool stuff or is it trash?
Some of it's trash, some of it's cool stuff. I mean, obviously this does not fall into the cool stuff category, but, you know, I got this old... Oh, hell. Fumbled a bit there. This, you know, this cool rail, this could definitely be used for something. I mean,
oh, shoot. No.
So now I have to go get my water maker out from underneath my... I don't know even what that's called, the couch, and put some...
The settee.
The settee, sorry. I have to go remove my water maker from my settee storage. But yeah, then once I get the measurements for that, I'll be able to see how much of this I got to cut out. Obviously, I don't want to beat myself over the head and cut out more than I need to, but yeah, that's going to be that, and let's get to it. Before all you guys that love the classics get to cuss me out in the comments saying, how could you get rid of that? That's your icebox. Boy, you're going to need that. Nobody uses iceboxes anymore. We got our cool refrigerator. We all got lithium-ion batteries. So
was that so you can be in the cockpit and get to your icebox at the same, like your beverages or something?
Yeah, I'm guessing you could open this up and, you know, crack a beer or two or put some hams in there. I really have no idea.
Yeah, because you can open it from inside, too.
Yeah, maybe this part, you put like a couple blocks of dry ice in here and it would have kept everything cold and you wouldn't have to take dry ice inside of your house. So that's probably what they did. They put a bunch of ice.
You know what? I think we should refurbish it back up.
Let's just furbish. All right.
Let's get the cooler going.
Let's cross that bridge at another time, and we'll just make it.
Not if you chop it up now. You know what, guys? We'll come back in about 10 minutes after arguing about this. Bye. Tetris, Matt. Tetris.
I never was a Tetris champion. Alright, so after that heroic display of Tetris, I thought I could just slide it right in, you know, get in where I fit in, but lo and behold, that just would have been too easy for me. So I got a little more tear out to do, but I'm gonna have to get Big Mama to fetch me some tools.
This thing's heavy.
I know. Alright, I got mine. You get yours in?
Yeah.
Okay. Ow! Ow!
What
Just kidding.
happened?
Just kidding.
Oh.
Just got you. Just wanted to prank you. Just wanted to get a little prank in. I got you good. You said,
I didn't
did y'all
know.
see her do the shimmy? She said, I don't know. Who am I?
So that's its new home?
Yeah, I think more or less. I got to build some sort of mount in here, which there's something to screw to there. So I'm going to have to build a little area to mount this because I want this to be up a little bit. So, but yeah, I think putting that there is going to work well. And then putting that down there is going to work well as well. All right, now I got a little more room in here. I think I can Tetris a little better.
It's Tetris, Matt.
It's Tetris. Ugh. Boy, what a difference that made.
Alright guys, so besides that project, we've been having a little bit of a, you know, fighting for ideas situation. We're not fighting. We're best friends and everything, but we're not agreeing on another thing. What do you know? The washing machine. In a previous video, we got our new mini washing machine, and the whole time I've been thinking about purchasing it, I wanted to put it above the toilet. So come look. I want to put it right here. We're eventually going to build a cabinet that's going to go down from here. You're not going to see the back of the toilet tubes, and it's going to be nice looking cabinet. You open it up, there's the laundry, you know, in the bathroom. It just seems like a great idea. But Matt said, you know what, that's not a good enough idea. I believe we should put it, and now it's your turn to say.
I think we should put it down here if it'll fit. Only problem is I think it's going to go up to about here, which is going to raise the sink 3 or 4 inches. So to raise the sink 3 or 4 inches, obviously you don't want to be standing fully up. You want to be able to bend over to wash your face and brush your teeth and all that stuff. So I think if it fits here, this is where it should go. And this is where, I guess we just need the road dogs. I guess we just got to settle who's the cool one of GBU and who's the fan favorite.
I need to put in a little more facts before we decide.
Here comes hashtag know your facts.
Alright, so the reason why I believe my idea is better with the facts, because the cabinet there that we'll be using for the washing machine above the toilet is a smaller cabinet. We're sacrificing a little bit of cabinet space that we before used for, you know, like towels or our laundry soap. Like nothing really exciting. Now, Matt wants to put it in that below the sink area, which is a bigger cabinet that we'd be giving away with more space giving away, that he kept a lot of his tools down there.
Yeah, that's just one perspective. The dryer is the same size, so you're losing the same space no matter which place you put it. I did put
No way! No way! You're sacrificing a small space that just fits the washing machine, or you're putting it into a bigger space that had more room for more stuff.
It doesn't have more room for more stuff, though. It's the exact same shape of the hole.
It does. So now that we obviously disagree, guys, put down below that above the toilet with Kristen, me, or under the sink with more space being lost to Matt.
Yeah, you just throw man wins or woman wins.
No, Kristen is my name, okay? So vote down below, guys. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too.
Alright guys, so we ran upstairs because I had fiberglass in my shorts, and we're real people here and we don't just work every day. We have to go gather some water and we need to get some beers, ice cream, and laundry. I almost forgot the list. And laundry detergent. So we're gonna jump in our dinghy. We haven't rode that bad boy around in a while, and we're gonna cross over to the bay, run and gather some stuff, and come back. So
yeah, but tell the truth though, we do work every day. We just can't work every hour of every day.
yeah, pretty much.
¿10 galones de agua? 10 gallons.
Alright guys, you know we've been working too hard when driving the dinghy to the grocery store, the mini mart, was the funnest part of my week. I mean, not that I'm not having fun doing these projects, but that was pretty fun.
More than just being fun, it's always pretty fun to ride the dinghy. But more than just having fun, we needed a beer. After the frustrating than hell many adjustments that I have to make to those push button things, obviously fighting over, you know, she says, am I doing this right? We were having trust the process issues. So we need to go get that beer. But it was fun riding the dinghy. It was nice to have that salty, fresh breeze in my face once again.
And don't forget, guys, I do a lot of updates on our projects. This is in the past compared to my updates on Patreon. So if you're curious about what's actually happening right now, make sure you sign up on Patreon. I'll leave the link down below. And anything else you gotta say? Oh yeah, and vote for my spot for the washing machine, guys. Do not forget to say I'm right and Matt's wrong.
Don't y'all do that to me. Don't do it. All right, guys, and if you're interested in winning that Airstream Interstate 24X, don't forget to slide over to omaze.com/SGBU.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.